This is AT. You've heard this before. Freedom of the press is guaranteed only to those who own one. Now that near-century-old, pre-meme, written by A.J. Liebling, I think. Maybe it was H.L. Mencken, you let me know. Whatever, its message that he who pays the piper calls the tune has remained true back from the days when a minor or major potentate or religious institution would dictate the truth. That's before the printing press. Well, it continued into the mid-1800s when inexpensive paper resulted in affordable newspapers. So now a lot of people are getting information, but nonetheless, he who paid the piper called the tune. Now we're into the electronic age, and it continues. As updated media like radio broadcasting began in 1920 in the U.S., then on TV it took off in the U.S. in 1946, and now online. With all the updated new media, we see well-funded, very biased news offerings and opinions given to us from reporters and commentators who maintain adherence to their owners' narratives. Through all of these methods of communication, that one thing never changed. The piper, the man or men with the money, demand, in varying degrees, conformity to a message, called today a narrative. How the control is done varies. One example is through advertisers. Think about this. Meet the Press on NBC. It runs a commercial, say, for an airline manufacturer. You can be assured that the host will not allow anyone, no guest, to attack that industry. The same if a news program runs a pharmaceutical commercial. Don't expect to hear any guest run down any particular pharmaceutical company. It's pretty easy to research who owns a news organization, be it a newspaper, a magazine, journal of opinion, a local news station, a network. But some sources of funding from, say, certain clandestine government agencies, well, that funding is almost impossible to determine. I'll give you an example. A flagship conservative journal of opinion appeared in the mid-1950s, and it featured several CIA men on its masthead, and its editor served with the CIA in Mexico, working under his station boss, E. Howard Hunt. Whatever. Someone or some group has always dictated the narrative. Now, recently, the Daily Wire, a well-funded online presence, fired or persuaded to leave commentator Candace Owen for reasons, it appears, having to do with her remarks questioning Israel's Likudniks and the killing in Gaza, and perhaps a bit more than that. Well, consider some facts. The Daily Wire, for reasons of its own, takes a strong stand favoring Israel. Fact B, any publication or other media has First Amendment protection. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Point C, the Daily Wire is a private business, and as such, it has a right to get rid of anybody whose stated opinions run counter to its narrative. Point D, the Daily Wire has from its inception mocked leftist organizations and individuals for their own canceling of people who diverged from whatever lefty narrative of the day, which suggests then hypocrisy at the Daily Wire. Okay, talking heads will continue to take sides regarding this issue. hauling out various arguments as to why this or that position is correct and why you and I should cancel out one or the other party or group. But E.T. suggests this. We cancel neither party, but rather understand that it's unlikely that we're ever going to find any person, any group with whom we're in total 100% agreement regarding every issue. But we will find many people and groups with positions that do align with ours in general. Such was the way in the U.S. Congress not that long ago. A congressman or senator might align with his political party on most issues, but on occasion unite with those on the opposite aisle. He fights vigorously against his party on this issue, and then he comes together in alliance when other issues come up. The former newsman and author Alan Drury, in his political novel Advice and Consent, gives us this scenario of what happens when a clash over legislation arises. And I'm quoting Drury. Neither senator asked the other to moderate his honest opinion in any degree. Neither made much attempt to swing the other to his views. But in the majority of cases, they found their views coincided. And when this was not so, they went their separate ways in mutual respect and reformed their alliance the next time they saw eye to eye, unquote. So what is the lesson here? To break from what is on most issues an ally will weaken your coalition. And coalitions are necessary to achieve political success. Such are E.T.'s thoughts. What are yours? Put them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and share. You know the drill. Thank you.